charms all throughout. Next time I am going to try to get some to sit on top more. And yeah, when I was pulling it out with the knife, it kind of makes these like ridges, but that's okay. It still does its job, you know, and I'm not like putting it on my Etsy site for an absorbent amount of money. It's just, I thought I'd put it out there just for fun. But yeah, I'm still going to get some slime, probably order some this Friday, get the slime and play with it, and then, put the charms from the slime into my piggy pad, and then I will probably post that on my Etsy site. But yeah, thought that was cute. Very cute. I'm going to pick for a little bit and get some of these out of this huge piggy pad I made. Remember this? Oh my goodness. I would like to use some of these charms, so but I don't have any slime to put it in, so I'm just gonna pull it out and put it to the side for now. But yeah, okay, so oh, look at that. What is that? So anyway, I was gonna talk about this weird thing. I guess it's weird. I don't know. You tell me. But what is that right there? I have this cut right here. And no, it's not from my evil cricket tool. I mean, I do love you, but sometimes you attack. But anyway, I think that is like kind of clear, like, I don't know. Let's see. Let's just get it out of there and see what it is. Listen to that. But anyway, I was going to talk about how when I go to the gym, I cannot not listen to some kind of podcast or, a show. It has to be very, very entertaining and just grab my attention, you know what I mean? Oh, this is one of those weird charms that's like a blow-up balloon. Yeah. It's galloping across the screen. Anyway, so a lot of times, like, I'll watch like an HD TV show or something like that while I'm on the treadmill in the gym, and I usually do like 30 minutes, and then I'll go and I'll sit in one of those chairs that's like, it cools you down, or I love those. I wish there was a combo chair where it cools you down and also massages you, but they don't have this at my gym. They do not have that at my gym. I wish they did. Wish they did. Oh, why not? Why not? Why can't it do both? And by the way, let me mention, my daughter did the what the oh my, a marble or an egg, or I don't know. That's so cool. Okay. Oh my gosh, it would have been cool to add that to this, but it would have been massive. It just should have just sat on top, I guess. But anyway. My daughter goes to the same gym, and I'm not doing this, no way, you won't catch me doing this, but she did the cold plunge, and I guess it's supposed to have like these amazing health benefits for you, and like it's supposed to be exhilarating, and people like rave about it, and some people have even gone on to like buy those to have at home and to just do the cold plunge at home. Like some HD TV star, Christina, she said she couldn't get enough of it, and she did that. So anyway, I've never done that. I cannot stand being in cold water. I even hate it when I get into a swimming pool. Like, I'm one of those people where I slowly work my way in. I do not jump in. My granddaughter's like, just jumping. No, I cannot do it. It's so much easier for me just slowly work my way in. so she did the cold plunge at the gym, and I said, hey, how was it? How'd it go? And she was like, horrible. I was not expecting her to say that. I really wasn't. She was like, it's painful, actually painful. And she said she hated it. And I was like, oh, so you're never doing it again? And she was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. What? Well, she's like, there's some kind of health benefits to it. What are the health benefits? Like, she said it actually made her body ache and pain. The pain was just like horrendous. And I'm like, why? And I'm like, do you see a lot of people like using it and going in there and using? She's like, no, just mainly older men, older gentlemen. Okay. Little chain there. No. Not for me. Let's get another one of these out. So anyway, so like I said, when I go into the gym, I just get on the treadmill, and then after like 30 minutes, and after that I'm off to rest with a view of the gym, and I like to people watch. And yeah, my friend the other day said to me, because I was like, I never run on the treadmill. She's like, why? I go, well, I want to, I really do, but I'm just like afraid of the judgment, like people looking at me going, girl, you should not be running on that treadmill. And she's like, what she said to me, she was like, come on, nobody's looking, nobody cares. And I'm like, what? That's all I do is watch people at the gym. Like, I look around. It's so awful when somebody notices me, like people watching at the gym. But people, I'm sorry, you are so interesting. But usually, I'll be honest, my headphones are on, my head is down, and I'm watching something far more interesting, and that is, gosh, I hate to admit it, my documentaries on real crime. I don't know why, just like my freaking slasher movies that I've been, like, my sister and I, and now my granddaughter love. I just love documentaries on like Netflix and Hulu. I gotta gallop. So yeah. Oh my goodness, you hear that garage? My husband's home. The hubby is home. Sorry, it's so loud. I'm right next to the garage. Oh my gosh, sometimes my head goes right to that. Like, what if he steps on the gas accidentally and like drives into this wall and into me? Like, you think about that kind of stuff. Like, people do it all the time. Like, into like barber shops and nail salons, and I'm like, oh no, if I ever, like, oh my gosh, he has his radio turned up so loud. Anyway, if I ever had like this room, like I had to be in here and have a bed in here and sleep in here, I would be against the other wall for sure. Like, I would not be against this wall. Like, stuff like that runs through my head all the time. So then you'll understand what I'm talking about when I get to this next, what I was going to tell you about, what I'm getting to. Okay, I'm getting to it. So, okay, so I love watching the, the Netflix and the Hulus and all that kind of stuff about the real crimes and stuff. So yeah, so I am watching right now. I just started today. I was at the gym today, and I was watching this. I'm not all the way through it. I think I was probably going to give a lot more episodes, but this is season 1. It says episode 1, and there's more, and I don't think I got through all of it. Oh, maybe, I honestly don't know if it's going to be more about this lady who was, I don't know yet what happened to her exactly, something, because she's been kind of town in Idaho. I guess it's between like Minneapolis, Minnesota, and then like Boise, Idaho. It's like right centered between. I can't remember the name of the town. I can't remember her last name. I'll probably really mess up her last name. It starts with an H, but it's like Jodie H something. Anyway, she was a newscaster. And so the story goes that he's closing the garage. Sorry, everybody. Oh no, now he's gonna come through the door, and the door is gonna beep beep. Okay, there it is. There it is, everybody. You know what? Hold on a second, because I have to tell him that I made chicken and it's in the refrigerator. 1 second. Okay, everyone. I'm back. So, let's see, where am I? Okay, yeah, so her name is Jodie. She was a newscaster. Okay, so it starts out with her getting woken by one of her coworkers. The coworker's like, Jodie, it's 4:10, and I guess this coworker's was usually at the news station at like 2 a.m. and she'd be working on stuff, and then by 2:30, no, was it 2:30 or 3, Jodie would come in and she would work and write up, what they would need, like what they would need to have for an hour broadcast for that morning. And then Jodie would also, she would, that was gross. I don't know what that was, like lint or something. Anyway, so she would be there for the noon broadcast as well. So anyway, so by 4:10, I think it was 4:10, her coworker was like, oh my gosh, she is really late, and this is not, good. She needs to get in here. And that night before, Jodie had gone to some kind of golf tournament, but they got rained out, and then they went to some banquet after that. And she went home, and then so she was woken. She spoke to her coworker, and this was like 4:10. And Jodie was like, well, I'm gonna hop in the shower. And then she said usually, like, if she was late like that, she would hop in the shower, and then she would come into work like with her hair wet and like dressed, but quickly. Like she would come with her blow dryer, makeup, and everything she needed to get ready quickly at the office. But yeah, she would take a quick shower and then do all of that in the office. So this is what is this? One of those oh gosh, I always forget the name of these starts. Axolotl. Oh my gosh, I was like holding my breath. Axolotl. Anyway, okay, they show the scene, like they like replicate or like redo what they think happened to her. So she gets out of her apartment, she gets down into the parking lot. She's in the parking lot, she's got her keys, and she's opening the keys, and she's using the keys to open the door. And I guess they can tell that this happened because based on what they found when they went to the parking lot outside her car and saw, all her stuff strewn there. But someone must have attacked her as she was like trying to open the door to her car. And and her purse went everywhere, and the blow dryer and all the stuff, and even her shoes fell off like when she was here and when she was there, and like all that. And gosh, there's silicone everywhere. I'm just throwing it in the ground because I'm just gonna vacuum it up. Vacuum. So she and you can see like where she was dragged, like she must have fought back, and you can see where she was dragged, like someone must have she must have put up a fight, but they put up a fight too, because for her to be dragged with her, oh my gosh, how awful, with her shoes coming off and everything. Then the police went around after that, and they asked the neighbors, and they asked, like, there's an RV like park, I guess, next door, and they asked like people, did you hear anything, like, and then a lot of people said, yeah, we heard a woman at about 4:15 around there screaming like, leave me alone, and like that. And so something just terrible happened. She was definitely this was back in, I guess, 1995 in Iowa, and DNA was just beginning to become a thing. Ice cream cup, anyone? Ice cream cup. So, yeah, so they didn't have a, they just did like fingerprint with the dusting and all that, and that's basically all they did. There wasn't a whole lot to go on either. Nobody saw, this happen, and that's what I got to. But here's the thing. This is what I wanted to get to, because I was also watching, the whole Brian, I don't know, I'd mess up his name too, the Brian Gay murders of those, oh my gosh, that was in Idaho, those 4 college students, and once again, this was at 4 a.m., and I don't know why, it just reminded me of like the Amy Winehouses where everyone dies at, I think, 27 years old, and it's just reminding me that so much happens at 4 a.m., and like, that's why some people say, oh, curfew, like, I don't have a curfew. Well, I'm gonna make sure, like, my granddaughter has a curfew at like midnight. Get off the street, people, before 4 a.m., or lock your doors before 4 a.m., or have someone walk you to your car, because apparently Jodie had people following her, or someone she thought was following her, and the cops asked her, like, should we like help you out with this? We would like to, like, she knew a lot of the cops because of her line of work. They're like, we can, like, have someone like come and watch over you, or what she should have done is in those mornings like that, or whatever, at night, like, yeah, take advantage of that, especially if you think someone is like watching you or stalking you, and so they said that, like, in that town, like, there wasn't any celebrities, and so like the newscasters were the people that they looked up to, and so she was like the celebrity. Like, she was really open and honest about where she was at certain times and what she was doing. That broke off. That wasn't good. That's officially trash. TRASH, trash. So anyway, she should probably have had a police officer for the time being until she felt like, she wasn't being watched anymore. At least come at night, and especially at 4 a.m. in the morning, like at night, a lot of times people are still out and about and like not asleep, but at 4 a.m. everybody's asleep. So like the criminals, like your natural born criminals, like they know like 4 a.m. is apparently a good time. It had to be someone who knew her routine, knew that, okay, this is the time, like they were waiting and watching, this is the time she usually comes down to her car. But anyway, 4 a.m. always seems to be the time when I need a bigger box. The time, here's my sensory brush box. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, was just thinking about that and thinking, ladies, 4 a.m. P. If you're in your bed, doors locked, sliding doors locked, windows locked, dresser in front of your door and window. I don't know. I've heard of some people being attacked. Second, third floor, like someone crawling through their window and thinking it's safe to have their window open or their apartment screen door open because they're so high up. No, they like climb up. Don't even like take that stuff for granted. If that makes sense. But anyway, stay safe out there, everybody. And just know, 4 a.m. I don't know, sometimes I'll get up in the middle of the night before him. I'm like, ooh. Bad time of the morning. But anyway, I'm done. So I'm gonna put this up on my Etsy site that I just redid and made so beautiful. I call it CG Piggy Pads on Etsy, but yeah, I'll put this up there. I mean, it's about 3 inches across and maybe 1 inch wide, and you know, it's like a hockey puck, and it's not the easiest to pick, let me tell you. I know these are tough. It's gonna give you a good workout, just to warn you, if you do purchase this puppy. It's so cute right there. But yeah, I'll put it up there, and I'm not gonna make it like, you know, like $25 and $30 for shipping, and it's crazy. I'm just gonna put it up there.